Hey everybody, IcyCat here. Today we are seeing information regarding new changes coming to the technical test server that will affect the game when it launches live for Operation Wind Bastion. KAID and Nomad are getting some nerfs as well as a buff to an existing operator. We'll go over what the changes are and why next. This is the latest information regarding patch notes that will be affecting the technical test server. This is of course the testing phase that comes out prior to the launch of a new season. And the reason they do this is so that they can see how the various operators influence the existing meta and make changes based on what they're seeing. We did see this take effect last season when we had Operation Grimsky, and we had some changes that came out for Clash and Maverick at that time that sort of adjusted how they played. So the first change that will be coming is that KAID is going from a lowered number of electric claws from 3 down to only 2 of them. This is being done because one electric claw can already do a variety of surfaces as long as they are touching within the radius of the area of effect. A lot of people have asked why pick Bandit over KAID at this point because he seems so much more useful. This is done as a way to balance that a little bit. It makes Bandit a slightly more attractive pick since he has more batteries to work with. And there are still other factors that set them apart. For instance, Bandit can do the Bandit trick, whereas KAID cannot because of the delay in his gadget initializing. One is a 3-speed, one is a 1-speed. You have these kind of differences that set them apart, but this will make the distinction even more clear. They're also reducing the point spread, so players now only receive 2 points for deploying the electric claw. Not that points earned has ever been a driving factor for why you would pick an operator, but it is something that they are changing. Nomad is also seeing a change. Her air jab will no longer detect targets while traveling through the air. It will also now have a 1.5 second delay on the warhead between the moment it sticks and the moment it will activate. Previously, Nomad's device would essentially detonate on impact if it landed in front of an enemy target and that was something that was going on live. It would go off right away. Now there's going to be a delay from when it impacts the surface to when it will actually go off. This is an overall good balancing change to make sure that she can't just rush into a site and sort of, pre-fire this into there and kind of take out anybody. It will allow the defenders to have like a split second to at least react before it goes off. It's not much, but it can make the difference. Probably where this is going to have the biggest impact, though, is that this is a very effective anti-clash device. So if you have her in front of you and you fire that air jab off at her, it would have knocked her on her butt completely, put the shield on her back for a couple of seconds until she got back up again and could pull it back out. This made her really effective against clash. Now, however, there's going to be that 1.5 second delay before the device will detonate, and this gives clash just a little bit of time to be able to get out of that area of effect and not have it impact her. If she sees that coming, she can sort of sidestep out of the way or something like that, and may actually reduce the effectiveness of this being an anti-clash device. Outside of that example, though, for all other operator interactions, it's probably a good thing and a highly requested change. Another change coming is that they're lowering damage taken when meleeing electrified barbed wires. So that's going to go from 15 down to 3 damage per tick. Also, the 44 mag semi-auto pistol that both KAID and Nomad use is going to be getting a nerf. It will be getting increased recoil. This makes it a little bit less of a pocket sniper at this point. That first shot will still be strong, but follow-up shots will be a little bit harder to hit, especially if you're trying to do anything like long-range spawn peeking. Then we actually see a slight buff to IQ. So she is getting an increase on her gadget detection range from 15 meters to 20 meters. At one time it was 20, then they brought it down to 15, so it's just that they're bringing it back to where it used to be. The real reason driving this change is that they made those changes to the operator gadget throws, so they will now have a longer curve and you can actually put momentum behind your throw. If you're rushing forward while you're throwing it, you can actually get these things to fly out a lot further than you used to be able to. That means, for instance, Valkyrie's cameras can be thrown out a lot further, and having IQ being able to have a longer detection range will help with detecting some of those longer range gadget throws when they're tossed outside of the structure. These changes are the very reason the test server exists in the first place. It gives the community a chance to play with the operators and see in which ways they may not be properly balanced before being released into the full build of the game that we all get a chance to play when the season goes live. Now, the test server is still going to be going on for at least another week, and we could be seeing another round of changes in the meantime, so even these changes may not necessarily be the finalized representations for what these characters will look like when they wind up coming to the new season. Now, as any new changes do become available, I will be letting you know, so make sure that you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Click that notification icon so you're alerted as soon as new content becomes available. You can also follow me over at IcyCat25 on either Facebook or Twitter. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.